Welcome to the drama-filled world of celebrity news, where the tea is always hot and the scandals never stop. Hey there, reality TV junkies, are you ready for some serious drama? Buckle up because we've got the latest scoop on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City stars Jen Shah and Heather Gay. It's been a wild ride for these ladies lately, with Jen facing fraud charges and Heather allegedly suffering a black eye at her hands. We've got all the juicy details, so get ready to dive into the scandalous world of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. In case you've been living under a rock, let's catch you up. Jen Shah, the self-proclaimed Queen Bee of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reality show crew, was recently arrested on charges of fraud. But that's not all. It seems that Jen's alleged criminal activities have had some serious consequences for her co-star and former friend, Heather Gay. Rumor has it that Heather suffered a black eye at the hands of Jen, leading to some serious speculation about what really went down between these two. Are you ready to get to the bottom of this scandal? Let's dive in and find out what's been going on behind the scenes of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. But first, let's grab some popcorn and settle in for some seriously entertaining drama. First up, let's talk about this new tattoo thing. According to sources, Jen got the ink just before she turned herself in to begin serving her sentence for her alleged role in a telemarketing scam. It looks like she's preparing for her upcoming prison sentence in style by getting some fresh ink just days before she's scheduled to report. But this isn't just any tattoo. Jen went all out by getting the names of her husband and sons permanently etched onto her arm. Well, would you look at that? A tribute to the family. Proving that even in the face of scandal, she's still all about family. Talk about committing to your loved ones.
Being away from them.
And it seems like Jen isn't the only one taking advantage of the tattoo parlor trip. Her youngest son Omar also got a new piece of body art with the Hawaiian word for baby or child. We're not sure if this is a sign of solidarity or just a way to distract from the impending legal drama, but either way, we're here for it. It's no secret that Jen Shah is facing some serious legal trouble, with charges of wire fraud and money laundering hanging over her head. But instead of focusing on her impending prison sentence, it seems like she's turning to her family for support, or at least, that's what her new tattoo would suggest. Is it a way to distract from the drama, or a show of family support for each other during this difficult time? We can only speculate, but one thing's for sure, the Shah family is definitely not afraid of a little bit of attention. Jen Shah's legal saga has been one of the most captivating dramas of the past year. Fans of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City were shocked when the news broke that Jen had been arrested on charges of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and conspiracy to commit money laundering. Initially, Jen had pleaded not guilty, and it seemed like she was gearing up for a long and drawn-out trial. However, everything changed when Jen made a surprise announcement and amazed everyone. Well, it looks like Jen Shah's reality TV stint might have just cost her more than her 15 minutes of fame. Despite initially playing the innocent card, the former Real Housewives star recently had a change of heart and admitted to her role in the money laundering scheme that had the feds breathing down her neck. And boy, did Jen wait until the last minute to make her grand confession. Just as her highly anticipated trial in July 2022 was about to begin, she did a complete 180 and changed her plea to guilty. Talk about cutting it close. Now, the consequences of Jen's actions are finally catching up with her. She was scheduled to report to prison on February 17th, where she'll be serving up to 6.5 years behind bars. Looks like the legal system finally caught up with Jen, and now she'll be paying the price for her wrongdoing. After learning of her fate, Jen's attorney, Priya Chaudhry, spoke out, saying that Jen deeply regretted the mistakes she made and hoped to make amends with her victims. But it looks like Jen has her work cut out for her, because she'll have to cough up a whopping $6.5 million in restitution. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Jen Shah may be on her way to prison, but that doesn't mean she's going to be sitting idly behind bars. She's got a newfound determination to turn over a new leaf and make things right for the people who were hurt by her fraudulent activities. It's like a phoenix rising from the ashes or a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. According to her, people got hurt, and I feel bad about that. I want to make things right. And who knows, maybe this prison stint will be just the wake-up call she needs to get her life back on track. But for now, it looks like she'll have to enter a mental health treatment program after her release. What kind of treatment program will Jen have to go through? Will it involve group therapy sessions with her fellow inmates? Will she finally confront her past mistakes and make amends with her victims? Or will she continue to play the victim and blame others for her own wrongdoing? But that's not it, friends. We've got some more bombshells to drop. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this drama is just getting started. The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City has always been known for its explosive drama, but this latest development takes things to a whole new level. Andy Cohen, the mastermind behind the Real Housewives franchise, has come out with some shocking allegations against Jen Shah. During the latest episode of Watch What Happens Live, things got even juicier than a ripe watermelon on a hot summer day. The guest, Lala Kent, stirred the pot by suggesting that Heather Gay's black eye was caused by none other than Jen Shah, her co-star on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And it seems like even Andy Cohen agrees with her. In response to Kent's theory, Cohen added, "From Jen Shah, I do too. I don't think she hit her head on a cabinet and got scratches on her arm." But that's not all. During the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion, Gay claimed to have no memory of how she got her infamous black eye. She even admitted to blacking out and waking up in her pajamas, terrified and with her phone plugged in.
I woke up in my pajamas and a horrible black eye.
It looked like you were assaulted.
Oh boy, things got complicated real quick. Heather Gay couldn't keep her story straight when she was confronted about the black eye incident. First, she claimed she had no memory of what happened, but then she did a 180 and said she did remember and just wanted the attacker to come forward. Talk about mixed messages, am I right? No wonder the cast and viewers were left scratching their heads, trying to figure out what the heck was going on. However, to make the matter even more dramatic, Gay turned to her co-star Jen Shah for help, in a panic and desperate state for a solution, begging for a good cover story. Shah, the self-proclaimed queen of hustling, was more than happy to oblige. After all, this wasn't her first rodeo. With a mischievous glint in her eye, Shah eagerly joined Gay in concocting a plan to cover up the truth.
But that's why I need you to help me figure out if someone wants to talk about what really happened last night.
As the two women racked their brains, they tried to piece together the events of the night before. Gay was insistent that she didn't want to get anyone in trouble, but Shah seemed to have no such qualms. It was clear that Shah had a talent for weaving a web of deceit, and she relished the opportunity to use it. But don't worry, the drama doesn't end here. Whitney Rose, another co-star, added fuel to the fire by admitting during a confessional that she also suspects Shah to be the culprit behind Gay's injury. Rose even suggested that maybe Gay had ticked off Shah and received a violent retaliation. It's clear that Bravo was just as curious about the incident as we are, as they investigated Gay's injury. Unfortunately, they came up empty-handed and found no additional footage. However, with Shah set to turn herself in for her involvement in a telemarketing scheme that targeted the elderly, it seems like her days of dodging accusations and drama may finally be coming to an end. Well, do you know how Heather Gay reacted to Jen Shah, her BFF's arrest? At first, Heather was standing firmly in Jen's corner, like a loyal dog guarding its bone. She even supported her BFF when she pleaded not guilty, but little did she know that her friend's plea would change their friendship forever. It was like a bolt of lightning out of nowhere, shocking everyone to their very core when Jen finally admitted her guilt. And now, Heather has finally come out of hiding, admitting to the world that she knew deep down all along that Jen was guilty. "I'm overwhelmed with grief," she said, like a Shakespearean tragedy unfolding before our very eyes. It's like the weight of the world is on her shoulders and she can't bear the thought of what her friends' actions have done to their lives. But let's be real. Can you blame Heather for feeling this way? I mean, imagine finding out that your best friend was involved in some shady business that could potentially land her behind bars for a decade. It's enough to make anyone feel like they've been hit with a ton of bricks. So here we are, folks, witnessing the aftermath of a friendship that's been shattered like a vase dropped on a tile floor. Heather's heart is heavy with sorrow, but as they say, the truth always comes out in the end, even if it's bitter and hard to swallow. The drama surrounding Jen Shah and Heather Gay has been a hot topic in the media for quite some time. The Jen Shah saga is one heck of a cautionary tale that should give anyone thinking of pulling a fast one a real wake-up call. It's a reminder that what goes around comes around, and the consequences of our actions can spread like wildfire, affecting not just our own personal lives, but our professional ones too, and of those around us. So let's take a peek into the crystal ball and see what the future has in store for our beloved divas. Stay up to date on all the spicy celebrity news with Celebrity Pop, so like, subscribe, and turn on notifications now. Join the ride and let's dish on the latest scandals together.